Hello truth seekers, and faithful globe believers. James Mann here with another globe flattening video, proving the heliocentric globe model has zero measurable curvature, to match the demands made by Earth Curvature Calculator's predictions, which are based on a sphere with a 3,959-mile radius. Throughout this short video I will increase the speed of some clips. I don't like to cut out sections, as someone always seemed to complain that we are trying to hide something that would have proven the globe model. Also, please forgive the shaky videos. I am 70, I do a lot of climbing, and I can get exhausted pretty quickly, which makes me shake even more than usual. My camera lens is 125 feet above sea level, at Cape Enrage, looking 21 miles to the 80-foot-high Martin Head, New Brunswick. First notice we can see the dark seaweed-covered rocks at the base of the 80-foot-high island. That tells us we are seeing the entire 80-foot-high island top to bottom, when there should be 35 feet of globe Earth's alleged curvature. Let me mark where the predicted curvature should be blocking the bottom of the island. If we truly live on a spherical planet, with a 3,959-mile radius, everything below that white line, down to the red line, would be blocked by globe Earth curvature. The thing is, nothing is being blocked, as we can see right down to the seaweed-covered rocks which are hidden by high tide twice a day every day. How can Earth be a sphere, if we are able to prove there is zero measurable curvature to these targets? The answer is simple: it's because we don't live on a planet, in an infinite, endless vacuum, in an ever-expanding universe. It is all childhood programming through public school education. We were all brainwashed by brainwashed teachers, who were taught by brainwashed teachers. I want you to notice something else that should be blocked by the same curvature that should be blocking the bottom 35 feet of Martin Head. It's those cliffs, 8 miles further than Martin Head. The cliffs are less than 100 feet high, and 29 miles from my camera. Earth Curvature Calculator predictions say there should be 156 feet of curvature, yet the cliffs are not blocked by any alleged globe Earth curvature. Here is a Google Earth capture showing Cape Enrage, New Brunswick in the top right at the red arrow. The yellow arrow is pointing to Martin Head, and the white arrow is pointing to the cliffs I just showed. All that disproves measurable curvature to 29 miles, looking from Cape Enrage where my camera is 125 feet above sea level. I have shown this many times, probably hundreds of times. However, on a day like this, with little to no refraction I am able to see much further. Let's look at what I can see. I will still be at the same 125 feet, looking from Cape Enrage, New Brunswick. This is Pangburn Cliffs. The white arrow shows where the cliff goes down to 280 feet. That's where the cliff makes a right turn here and goes out of sight. The end of the cliff we see is 36 miles away from my camera, and should be blocked by 330 feet of curvature. It is important that you notice we see pretty much the entire cliff down to the water, meaning there is about 300 feet of missing globe curvature, in just 36 miles. The reason I know we are seeing down to less than 100 feet, is because St. Martin's, New Brunswick is visible 41 miles away, and is less than 100 feet above sea level. Earth Curvature Calculator predictions say, looking from 125 feet above sea level, there should be 497 feet of curvature, to land 100 feet high. As I pan the camera to my left we see land going further away, until we can see a 400-foot-high hill behind Quaco Head Lighthouse, at 43 miles. Looking 43 miles, with my camera at 125 feet above sea level, there has to be 572 feet of curvature blocking that 400-foot hill. I would like to point out that I have captured the lighthouse light at Quaco Head, from this exact spot, with my camera at 125 feet above sea level. Note that the lighthouse light is only 85 feet above sea level. The white dot is where the lighthouse is. When I arrive at Cape Enrage early enough that it's still dark I can capture the light, but I cannot see the land as it's still dark. That was looking 21, 36, 41, and 43 miles with zero measurable curvature. Now I will turn my camera 180 degrees and look 16, 19, 25, and 30 miles. The point at Rockport, on the left, is at 16 miles away. The point on the right is 19 miles out. The high spot on the hill between the points is 25 miles away, and the wind turbines near Amherst, Nova Scotia are at 30 miles away from Cape and Rage, where my camera is at 125 feet above sea level. Currently it is low tide. Notice the point on the left goes far out to the right, and the point on the right goes out far to the left. We can see right down to 0 feet, meaning there is no measurable curvature to 16 and 19 miles. The hill between those 2 points is 25 miles away, at the highest spot, which is about where the 2 turbines are on the left. That spot is 120 feet high, and should have 85 feet of predicted earth curvature. The wind turbines are 30 miles away, and 300 feet high where the blades join. There should be 177 feet of curvature. I want you to notice that the 100-foot high hill with 20-foot trees is not curvature, however, it is blocking 120 feet of those turbine towers. If we remove the trees on the top of the hill, we would see more than an extra 20 feet, due to angular size change over the extra 5 miles to the turbines. I don't think I would be allowed to cut those trees down, so the next best thing would be to lower my elevation. I am moving my camera down to 60 feet above sea level. Let's take another look. The first thing we should notice is the point on the left isn't going as far out into the water as it did from 125 feet above sea level. Earth curvature calculators now predict 28 feet of curvature, which would be above the seaweed line on the point on the left. The point on the right should now have 60 feet of curvature, which would be in the trees. The 120-foot high wall at 25 miles away should have 160 feet of curvature, blocking 100% of the hill. And the wind turbines, 30 miles away, and 300 feet high to where the blades join the turbine, should have 280 feet of predicted earth curvature. Each location I pointed out in the view disproves the alleged predicted curvature made by earth curvature calculators. There is no measurable curvature looking west 43 miles to the hill behind Quaco Head, and there is zero measurable curvature looking 30 miles to the east. That's 73 miles without a measurable inch of the heliocentric globe model curvature. Martin Head, 21 miles away, looking from 60 feet, should have 88 feet of curvature, which would block all but the tree tops at the highest point. Notice that we can still see Pangburn Cliffs at the end of the point, which is only 284 feet high. It should be blocked by 468 feet of predicted earth curvature. That little bump is the 400-foot high hill behind Quaco Head Lighthouse.
Quaco, right there.
It is only 400 feet high but has to have 750 feet of that alleged predicted earth curvature. That's 350 feet of missing curvature in just 43 miles. Okay, I was able to look down the New Brunswick coast to Martin Head, which should be blocked 100%, yet we see pretty much the full 80-foot height. We could still see the end of Pangburn Cliffs, where it is just 284 feet high, and should have been blocked 100% by 468 feet of alleged earth curvature. I then panned left and was able to see the 400-foot hill behind Quaco Head, where it should be blocked by 750 feet of predicted earth curvature. Now let's look back to the 2 points, 16 and 19 miles away, and the 120-foot high hill 25 miles away, and the wind turbines 300 feet high 30 miles away. That is 43 miles looking west, and 30 miles looking east. I show there is zero measurable, predicted, earth curvature looking in both directions. That's 70 miles with zero measurable curvature. I personally believe, based on my own research, that people should prove what they believe, just like 1 Thessalonians 5:21 tells us. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. God tells us to prove what we can, because we are being lied to by those in control of our flat earth, and they have been lying to us since our birth, and most go to their grave never knowing the truth. It is relatively easy to disprove the predictions made by earth curvature calculators. The thing is, you need to be the one who starts researching, whether to prove the globe model, or to debunk flat earth. It starts by you being honest with yourself. Let me start with the fact we can still see the point on the left sticking out into the water, yet it has to have 35 feet of earth curvature blocking it. So this shows there is zero measurable curvature to 16 miles from my 50-foot eye level. The point on the right should now have 70 feet of curvature blocking it right up into the treetops. And that hill at 25 miles away should be blocked by 178 feet of predicted earth curvature. Notice that same curvature would be blocking the wind turbines that are at 300 feet above sea level. The wind turbine is 300 feet above sea level, and the predicted earth curvature to 30 miles, looking from 50 feet above sea level, is 303 feet. The fact we can see below the turbine disproves curvature to 30 miles. Note, disproving predicted earth curvature to 30 miles automatically disproves curvature to all distances between my camera and those turbines, from my 50-foot eye level. Now I will display the earth curvature calculator predictions I just showed you. I will display each one for about 10 seconds, you can use pause to read them. Thanks for watching the video right to the end, and remember to prove all things. As always, if you like the video, please share it, because the truth of the matter is, we have all been lied to since birth. And for most it started the day mom or dad or the babysitter placed you in front of a TV or tablet, so they could do other things. Looking back, now that I am 70, I have to say, life is way too short to be living in a false reality.